You are the sculptor of your own physique. There are many ways to build that great physique, including a variety of different exercises. But there are a few that yield 80% of the results. Today, I'm gonna list the top 10 exercises that have been able to sculpt my physique to what it is today. Let's get into it. Number 1. The almighty bench press. How much you bench, bro? If you go to the gym, you probably get asked that question a million times. Jokes aside, the bench press is actually a really good exercise. It hits your chest, triceps, and your shoulders simultaneously. So it's not only a compound movement, but it's a compound movement on steroids. Instead of 2 muscle groups, it's hitting 3. The bench press is superior to other exercises since it has the highest potential for putting on more weight. So, if we look at it from a volume standpoint, that means you'll be able to progress over time better since you have more weight and more stress to your muscles. Studies have shown that comparing to other exercises, the bench press has elicited the best amount of gains out of any of them. If that doesn't sound good, then I don't know what does. Progressively overloading all this exercise is gonna get you bigger and stronger than ever before. Number 2, the dip. Going alongside the bench press, the dip is one of the best bodyweight movements that you can possibly do for your chest. Personally, my chest is not my best body part. Once I started doing dips, man, did my chest become so good. Coupling the bench press and the dip is unprecedented. Personally, the dip has been able to transform my physique to a completely other level. So as my dip strength went up, so did my muscular hypertrophy in the chest. Number 3, pull-ups. Pull-ups are the foundation of my success. Literally. I can't state this enough. Even before I started taking working out seriously, I had a pull-up bar in my room and I was just cranking them out. And even before I even touched the weight, my back was already in great shape. This is all thanks to the pull-up. So you may be asking, why would I do a pull-up when I could just do a lat pull-down? Well, the pull-up has been shown to elicit better hypertrophic response, meaning that you're gonna get bigger from that movement. Also, it has the added element of stability, which is gonna target your core to a certain extent. On top of that, when you perform pull-ups, it's going to transition into your compound lifts better than the lat pull-down. The pull-up hits the bicep and the back. Back in the lat area. Pull-ups are what's gonna give you that width on your back. Number 4, squats. Yeah, I know you don't hit legs, but squats are a fundamental movement, and there's a reason it's called the king of all exercises. Compared to any other leg movement that I've done, when I've done squats, when I started doing squats, that's when my strength and hypertrophy skyrocketed. At first I was scared of the squat and I never really did squats. The only real squat I would do is goblet squats with the dumbbell and going down and up. Of course that's also good, it's a variation of the squat. But the barbell squat, the barbell back squat in particular, is pretty much unmatched. Also, an added benefit for the guys, squats raise your testosterone and your growth hormone. Also, I had a few friends who were telling me that they don't hit legs. And then I told them that, go do squats, go do some hard squats. And then the next training session you'll hit a bench PR. They didn't believe me. But what happened? They hit the bench PR. I don't make the rules. So train legs and do the squat, man. Number 5, and something that's rarely talked about, the farmer's carry. So if you don't know the farmer's carry, I'm gonna put it up on screen right now. And the farmer's carry is gonna really transform your physique. The farmer's carry is gonna really transform your abdominal section right here. Not only does it build your abdominal section, it also indirectly hits your traps, this muscle right here. That's actually really good for aesthetics. If you're looking to build your aesthetics and look bigger, then the neck should actually be something that you should train, and the trap area. If you are scared of the deadlift, a great alternative is the farmer's carry. It does a lot of the same things, except it doesn't really hit the lower body, but you should definitely consider the farmer's carry. Indirectly, it's actually a compound movement. It hits your traps and your abs and the obliques too. Something you could experiment with is having one heavy dumbbell on one hand and having nothing on the other hand. That's gonna really train one side of your body, and that's really gonna hammer you, man. It's gonna make you more stable for your compound movements as well, which is a great added benefit. Number 6, and my personal favorite exercise, the overhead press. The overhead press is what's going to build those rounded, asteroid-looking delts. Personally, my physique has still a long way to go, but my shoulders, I think, are my best body part, and I have to attribute all that to the overhead press. I've been doing overhead press since I've touched a weight. I know it's tough, and you would rather do machine presses, but it hasn't been the case for me, where machines have been better. Every time I go back to the overhead press and I prioritize it more, my shoulders just keep on booming. I tried the machine as well, the shoulder press machine, but it just doesn't elicit the same results that I get from the overhead press. Also, that stabilizing element that you don't get on the machine is really important. The overhead press is gonna hit your shoulders, a little bit of your traps, and your triceps. And the bench press hit the front part of your shoulder, but this is gonna hit the middle part of the shoulder right here, the mid delt. This overhead press, obviously coupled with the back movements, are going to make you longer. This way, it's gonna lengthen your shoulders, and women are gonna love you. If you don't know by now, women love the shoulders. The shoulders is what they look at most of the time, the shoulder to waist ratio. So if you have bigger and broader shoulders, that's gonna really help with attracting the opposite sex. So if you haven't given the overhead press a try, do so now. It's gonna also increase your bench press, and it's gonna skyrocket all your other compound movements. Number 7, the barbell row. I've constantly avoided this exercise, and I've really hurt my physique by doing this. The barbell row is what's going to give your back that thickness that you want. The pull-ups give width, but this thing gives thickness to the back. Before I did the barbell row, my lower back and my back in general was long. It was very long this way, but it didn't give a thick impression. This exercise is not only great for hypertrophy, which it is, it's greater than a lot of other exercises. It also has the benefit of hitting your lower back, a very neglected muscle that you should constantly be hitting. If you have lower back pain, it's probably because it's weak. If you did the barbell row, then you could strengthen that part and you would have less pains in your lower back. The barbell row does a lot. It hits your lats, it hits your lower back, it hits your biceps to an extent, and it also hits your hamstrings to an extent. You really want to be careful with this movement, and you don't want to go too hard on this movement as well. But building up that movement pattern with weight like this, when you're like this, and the weight, you're just pulling it, it has that primal feeling, and I love it. This has been able to build thickness in my back, and I'm sure it'll do the same for you. Number 8, Bulgarian split squats. The most dreaded exercise, I know. But the Bulgarian split squat hits different muscles than the squat. It does hit the quads just like the squat does, but the Bulgarian split squat also hits those glutes. On top of that, the Bulgarian split squat is a unilateral movement, which means that there is not going to be a muscle imbalance since you're working out one side at a time. This is going to build you more muscle in the lower body. This is going to make you more stable all around because it's a tough movement to perform with high weight, and it's going to correct those muscle imbalances that you previously had with the squats. I know it's painful. I know it's painful, but it has to be done. It's worth the pain you're suffering. Number 9, the deadlift. Don't be scared of the deadlift. I was, and it was not a good idea. The deadlift is a great exercise until you ego lift. Ego lifting is the problem. That's why you're so scared of the deadlift. It has a high risk for ego lifting. But if you do it in a proper manner and you use lower weight, this is a great exercise to also build that lower back strength that you need in daily life. Again, if you're suffering from lower back pain, the deadlift is really going to help you out. The deadlift is a total body exercise, so you can count it as hitting basically everything. And like the barbell row, it's going to build thickness, but not only in the back this time. It's going to build thickness everywhere. There's some kind of density to people who do the deadlift that I just can't explain. But you should definitely do the deadlift. It'll give you that primal strength, that dad strength. On top of that, it significantly hits your core, so there's that benefit as well. But overall, when you do the deadlift, muscle just keeps packing on everywhere. In your traps, in your biceps, triceps, legs, everywhere. They just start growing and becoming more dense. That's what I've personally experienced, and that's what I've seen with my personal clients. I think you'll see the same as well. Now lastly, a finisher for the abs. Number 10. Hanging leg raises. Hanging leg raises are amazing. They have a lot of benefits, including that they decompress the spine, which is absolutely needed since you sit 8 hours a day and I'm sitting right now. And what that does is slowly crunch yourself and make you basically shorter. So when you're hanging on that leg raise, you're gonna be lengthened, gravity is gonna pull you down, and you're actually gonna get taller this way. Your back is gonna decompress, and compression on the back causes a lot of problems, so it's good when it decompresses. On top of that, the hypertrophic benefit is unmatched. I've personally found this exercise to build those abs that you want and make it peel through the skin more. Even at a higher body fat, if you train your abs, they'll start to stick out more and more. And the hanging leg raises really do that for me. I've been able to sculpt a pretty good body, and if you follow these exercises, I'm sure you'll be able to do the same. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share with others. Now on to the blooper reel. I did a lot this time. Gonna be fun. There are also different variations of the bench press that can suck my dick. Sucking. Fucking more. So when my strength went... Fuck! So when my strength on a dip went up, it literally fucking... As my dip strength went up, so did... Oh my fuck... As a kid, I've been doing monkey bars. I've been doing fucking...